I'm going to talk about Halloweening different. It's something that's very important to me. I've been having Halloween costume making parties for as long as I can remember, since the 20 years. So, this is an expression that I believe in. This is from the Think Different campaign, Picasso, who was actually kind of a womanizer and a jerk, but I like this expression a lot. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once they grow up. And I think this expression describes why I have Halloween parties. And I think that if you have costumes for Halloween, if you bought store-bought costumes, you are a sissy. You'll see there some CDPUG members. I'm going to be having my Halloween party. You're all invited. It's going to be Saturday, October 11th, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It's a bye-week for Ohio State. I checked it, so you can't use that as a reason to miss it. If the Indians are in the World Series, God bless them. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. This is one of my favorite invitations. I'm not very creative, but I do love being an art director. This was one where there were paper dolls, and the people got to cut stuff off and put costumes on me and my wife. This is me as a geek god. That is the printed fabric with zeros and ones and icons from Facebook and LinkedIn. My belt is an Ethernet cable, and I'm wearing a garland with RAM chips on it. So this is what my basement looks like during my Halloween costume making party. There's plenty of tables, tablecloths. I actually put down ground cloths because one time somebody spilled India ink on the floor. So I learned my lesson for that. So you can see there's quite a bit of activity. These are all the books I've purchased and magazines to help people with ideas for making their Halloween costumes. So you can see I have quite a big library of books to help you out. I also have many art supplies I've been made. Besides what I had already, I've made many trips to Michael's and Pat Catan's. And if you have art supplies you want to contribute, you can definitely bring supplies with you to help for the party. Masks are not just for Photoshop. This is a cartoon that I really appreciate, so you can see the person with the mask. I'm going to assume that most of you, but not all of you, understand that this session of masking has to do with Photoshop 7. So it's an old cartoon. Here's some people that have been to my party. Now, Mark Midland's not here to confirm or deny, but that's him as the angry eye, and then I guess I don't know if that was an elephant or an avatar for Janet Dodrell, but you can see that we have some very talented members. This is Stuart Smith, who's a web developer and part of GiveCamp, and he also is an artist that does coding. And you look, he did a face that matches a painting that's at the Cleveland Museum of Art. So that's in the iPad, and he actually went to the art museum and posed next to the picture. So there's Marilyn Kellner and my wife, who's a pretty butterfly. So those are some of the masks that they made. But you don't have to do costumes. You can do art from food. In case you're really good at cooking, you can do that. I don't think those were gluten-free, so I couldn't eat those. But you can also do decorations. There's Henry with his imaginary pet cat. And then you can see some of the other decorations that people have made at the parties. Scott Seifert, who works for me, there's his man purse that he made with his daughter, Haley. Yes, he's not here to defend himself, and I didn't warn him either. But you can see that my party is not just for adults. Kids can come too. So there are people that bring their kids to the party. Scott's daughter, Haley, is there, who the purse really was for, in case people tell him and he gets mad at me. But there are some problem children. John Bone, who's here tonight, never makes anything at the party. All he does is come and eat and talk. So that inner child that Picasso talking about, he has a problem with that. So please come to my costume and decoration making party. So this is the trance part. You will come. Saturday, October 11th, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock at my house.